Okay, welcome to the third and final day of the second annual MANC, M-A-N-C, Mid-Atlantic Nostalgia Convention. My name is Derek Tague, and today is Saturday, September 15th, 2007. And to the right of me and your left, helping out on video is our pal Neil Ellis. He just did a great presentation about JFK assassination coverage, and the man that you've all come to see, legend here in the Washington area, Ed Walker.
Somebody who was dead. I hope that's not the case with me. Am I breathing? Let me see if I can.
There's something you're not telling us.
Yeah.
You have heard of living legends, I presume, sir.
So you've been a fixture, let's say, on the Washington, D.C. area radio since 1955. Five decades going into your sixth decade.
Actually, we started before 1955.
Oh, okay.
In college, Willard and I had a Sunday night radio program on a little 250-watt station. It was still on, as a matter of fact, but in those days it was owned by the Farm Bureau Insurance Company, WOL. And they had a little booster transmitter out in Silver Spring, and they would run the signal to that transmitter under the railroad track. So if you rode the B&O going to Cumberland, you could hear WOL real good. I didn't think anybody was listening to that program until years later. I was interviewing Pearl Bailey, bless her heart, and she lived in Washington at that time. And she said, "Oh, I used to listen to you boys on the Sunday night, honey." I said, "You're the one."
Interesting. People know I work in talking books, and years ago, this was before I even started working there, Pearl Bailey recorded. She wrote a cookbook, and she came in to record it in person. And what would happen is she would be doing the recipe, and she'd say, half a cup of flour. And then she'd no, on second thought, you only need a quarter cup will do. And people would say to her, "Miss Bailey, you can't deviate from the text." And, well, somebody made some phone calls, and because it was Pearl Bailey, we let her do it.
Well, she's a dear person. She was a dear person. She was really very funny. I used to do a program called Play It Again, Ed, which was on WMAL, and we played big band songs, old records. And I used to get, every time I interviewed an artist, I'd say, "Record and Play It Again, Ed, for me, will you?" And I'd, use those little bumpers. So I get Pearl Bailey gets on. She said, "Hi, this is Pearl Bailey. Ed, you just keep playing it again and again and again. You're not but a playboy." She was very funny. She was a funny lady.
Okay, we're going to have some audio clips in a minute, but we want to tell everybody that you have some CDs of you and Willard as the Joy Boys, and Volume 1 here. If you buy it across the hall on the dealer's table, they are autographed by both of you.
Both of us. For a mere pittance, a $10 donation to the Joy Boys Relief Fund. We need relief.
So our pal Neil's going to help us with the audio. Can you set this up for us?
Yeah.
We got three sketches that you're particularly fond of.
Number one, I heard this after years and years of not hearing it, and I forgot it. And I heard it again, and I said, that's pretty funny. And if I can explain this, I think Willard explains it in the bit. We were interviewing a Russian actress, and she didn't speak English, and we couldn't get an English translator. But we did get a Spanish translator. He didn't understand Russian, so we had to get a German translator. It was a double translator. Well, you'll hear it. Willard will set it up. Go ahead. Let's see what it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, a radio first for WRC. We are going to chat with the famous Russian actress Willard, who is appearing in the brand new cultural exchange film How Red Was My Comrade, soon to be appearing at the beautiful Uptown Theater. So we're going to
it's just the two of us, no other actors.
With Miss Novocaine, who unfortunately speaks, not unfortunately, I'm sorry, I hope I didn't. Please, gentlemen of the press, would you hold it down there? Miss Novocaine speaks no English. She speaks only Russian. We have a translator here, and I'm sorry at this last minute we were very unfortunate, and the fact that we didn't have a chance to get one translator. We have a gentleman who's going to translate from Russian to German. This is Frederick von Kurler. Let me explain. He does not speak English, but he does speak Russian, and he does speak Spanish, and of course he speaks German. Achtung.
Ja, aber so heute noch heil.
We also have with us a gentleman from Spain, Senor Bonascu.
Ja, aber so que tiene para decir algo de buenos días, señor.
Buenos dias, senor. Do you speak English?
That is correct, I speak the English.
And Spanish and German.
And German, yes.
That's right, but you don't speak Russian.
I do not speak the Russian.
Well,
I ask the questions to me, and then I ask
We'll be
the
with you in a second.
questions to the Herr Colonel over there, and he will in turn ask the questions to the senorita over there, and then you will get the answers. It take a little longer, but this is the way that they work.
Okay. All right. First of all, Senor Bonascu, would you please tell her hello? We're glad to have her with us.
You want me to tell her hello? You're glad to have her with you.
Yes.
Buenos días, señores, y me siempre decir. But holding behind the time, holding the tone behind the hand, hold.
Есть бронетные отличные бросания воды, сидя после не бросите трати его.
Hold the hand to see the hold, hold the hand, I see the hold, see. He said that, she said, and then he said that she's glad to be here, but she has a little sinus condition. Would you make it a quick interview, please?
Very good. Senor, would you ask her how long she's been in this country? And how does she like it? Let's get her both in.
I want to do it all right, see, just a moment. Holen we gehouden, holen we houden, dat gehouden, dat kan er wat hij holen, dat lijkt het hier.
What is the question?
What did he say?
She did not understand the question.
Oh, well, I think our time...
As long as you got me here, and you want to ask her one more question, I think...
Our time is running out.
What is my patient?
Let's ask her. We understood that this film has a message to the world, speaking something from the soul and the conscience of her great people, the people that she represents. Would you ask her, what is the story? What is the basic philosophical, psychological plot of the picture?
Ja, maar dat kon ik zeggen, dat is een plot. Ze hebben het niet gezegd. Maar houden we de psychological partij in de plot. Het is de hele.
Здесь вроде сегодня бум 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 бум.
But houden we zitten. Boom, boom, boom. It's a western.
That, as you can tell, we laughed a lot at each other. And that was part of the charm of the Joy Boys. I mean, we're still good friends, and if one was down, it would pull the other one up. Very rarely did we do a show when both of us are in a bad mood. And that is a great salvation for us.
How scripted was that?
None.
Okay.
Just the plot. We would discuss what we were going to do. Willard and I said, well, you can do a Russian female. I can do a couple of, German and Spanish.
That was remarkable. That was like worthy of Sid Caesar.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Really.
I don't know if I said anything dirty in there. You never know. But it was fun. It was fun.
Okay, do we have another clip?
Yes, sir. We had, you remember the soap opera, it's on television still, As the World Turns. And we had one of our own called As the Worm Turns. And there again, the sound men, you'll notice that we had an engineer in the control room, and he watched, I had a door open and closed a couple of times, and he had to watch me constantly to know when to bring the crowd in, and it was a perspective of a hospital. And he would bring that noise up and get it out at just the right time. And we're interviewing, a psychologist is interviewing a Southern belle. And I tell you, I cannot do these female voices anymore. My voice has gotten too low or something.